Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon back on the DC Universe Online test server with more coverage of episode 41, House of Legends. So we're actually on the House of Legends map. This is where you start out, and what I'm going to do is go through the different vendors that are in this map. I'm going to go clockwise. So this is the training room. So we're facing south here, and then we're going to be going this way. So there's nothing in the room that you spawn in. I think what they're trying to do is put all of the vendors in this facility, but we'll see. Okay, so in the training room they've got the broker, the basic amenities, respec. What is this? Is that the bank? Soda vendor. Oh, okay, you could also teleport to the different wings. We could kind of use that in the watchtower, actually. Let's save a lot of time. Okay, so these are the different sparring targets. And they've got different groupings, similar to what you would see in the League Hall. Some of these characters aren't lit up yet. That's interesting. I wonder if they like sell stuff when you have the missions open, because like this is test server, so I haven't actually run through everything. So there could be missions that are not, or story modes that are not complete, that could possibly unlock stuff in the House of Legends. Alright, so we've got the mail, broker respec. So the train room doesn't have any vendors. That's just your basic amenities. Alright, so yep, this is the right way. We're headed towards the main observation deck. Now, I wonder why they have like these little alcoves here. They could possibly throw in some investigations, or maybe when they add something in the future, there's just extra space to put more things, because they mentioned it's a performance issue when you have too many vendors in one place, or too many NPCs that do stuff. Okay, so maybe the main observation deck is where everything else is. Okay, so there's the loyalty vendor here. Vandal Savage, Marketplace unavailable. Okay, so that's the one that you would access if you're on console for the regular loyalty stuff. Alright, so Changtu is the pet vendor. This one is worth looking at, because there are some things you might want to prep for before this episode goes up. So what they did here was they went back to some of the old pets, and they added the missing tiers, because currently everything is a tier 1 except for the newer ones that drop in regular content that they designated tier 2 and then elite tier 3. So they went back to all of the tiered pets, and they even filled in some others, and they put like some tiered versions of them in here. So let's go over some of this. They are available for source marks. See, one of the newer ones is the Juvenile Phoenix. Did I grab that last time? Okay, we should take a look at that one because it's new. Oh, why couldn't I equip it? Oh, okay, it gave that usual message. So that seems like it was tradable. Is that? Hang on. Are these pets tradable? Okay, they're account bound. That's interesting. So if you have your main character earn. Okay, so the higher tiered ones cannot trade. I was wondering, that would be a break in the system if you could do elite and then trade down the elite one to a lower character. Alright, so let's take a look at the new one, the Phoenix. Zoom in. So that is the Eagle model that we have in the base pets. I think that looks a little bit more detailed than the Amazon Fury 3 Phoenix. So that's a long-awaited fire pet that we've been asking for. Alright, so let's go down the list here. So they added the Phoenix. And if you go down the description... Okay, so you could flat out buy the tier 1s. Because I'm certain I didn't do any of this content, or at least half of this I didn't do on the test server. So the Phoenix is new. Starro was given as a gift, so now you can pick up more than one. Dark Construct Bat, there was no tier 1 version. That was only a tier 2 drop back in Metal. Atlantean Seahorse is old. Nightmare Bat you could get in the current episode. Flashpoint in the event. Paradox Gazer was also a gift, so again you can get multiple there. Same case with the Vampire Bat. Brainiac Drone was from the seasonal event, so now you can get that outside of that. This is where we're kind of going to get ripped off. Father Box and Mother Box. These are all tier 1. All the ones you earned previously will still be tier 1, even though under the new rules some of them should probably be tier 2. Like the one that drops from Orion and the one that drops from the raid, they should technically be tier 2, but it wasn't coded with this in mind. So unfortunately, anyone you own right now will be tier 1. Okay, so looking at the tier 2, the description should tell us where to get this. At least I think. Okay, here it is. Must obtain all normal mode headlines from Amazon Fury 3. So this should detect what you already did. So when this goes live and you have those headlines, you should be able to flat out buy this one from the vendor. It's the same case for all of these, so you have to read which episode they got assigned to. Yeah, Starro was a filler also. They went back to Deluge because Deluge didn't have one. Deluge had like the tiny Starro, which didn't get designated to be one of the tier pets. Construct Bat. So they want all normal mode headlines for Metal 2. Actually, that makes it easier to get because this used to be a random chance one. So if you completed that episode in normal mode, you should be able to just buy this one. Atlantis gets the tier 2 Seahorse. So if you had a water themed character, previously you couldn't have a tier 2 pet. You had to switch to something else to get the extra damage. But now you can go back and get the Seahorse. Nightmare Bat 2, that we can currently get. Since Flashpoint is newer, it has the 3 tiers. Paradox Gazer, if you wanted that gift item as a higher item, you could get that. So that has been assigned to headlines for anniversary. Interesting. And the Vampire Bat has been assigned to Justice League Dark. Brainiac Drone was also assigned to the event, the anniversary event. So that's 2 of them where the anniversary event unlocks. So Wonderverse, you could get the tier 2 Father Box and Mother Box. Hopefully they change the drops also to tier 2 because that would kind of make more sense. And then there's the elite versions of all of these. So bearing in mind that the headlines, whether elite or normal, will unlock the respective pets, what you should do before this episode goes up is make sure you complete at least one episode fully in elite, because for practical purposes one of the tier 3 pets will be useful to you. And going by the age of the episode, Amazon Fury 3 would be the lowest one. So if you're currently like endgame, just get a group and go back down to the Amazon Fury 3 Elites. Complete those headlines and you should be able to get the Phoenix when this episode comes out. Scrolling down a little bit more, I want to see what they did with the turrets here. Okay, so you got the tier 1, there's 2 turrets, the Snake and the Brainiac. The Snake got assigned to Metal 1, and Brainiac is on Flashpoint. So Snake turret 3. Did that have Elite? Yeah, it did. Yeah, Metal 3. Metal had Elite. But it didn't have Elite for all content. Okay, so if you read like this one, it says must obtain all normal and Elite mode headlines. So if you did normal, you can get the tier 3 Snake pet. Wow. Okay, so there's some loopholes here. or maybe they just did that for the turrets. Yeah, okay, they just did that for the turrets. No, wait, Mother Box says normal or Elite. So, why would you ever buy 2? Why would you buy the tier 2 then? So this is either an error or there's no way to distinguish it on the back end. They just, well, I mean, the tier 2 is cheaper, but you know, you're going to want to save up for the higher one if these two are truly equivalent in requirements, where you only need to do normal. Let's see, antimatter turret. Okay, so that's they filled in some more tier 3 stuff for the turrets. Okay, so keep that in mind before this goes live. You're going to want to get some of those headlines so that you can unlock this when it goes live. Okay, so, I knew I wanted to spend more time on that vendor because it's one of the completely new ones. Daily reward vendor. Has this been filled out yet? Okay, so this is still the big unknown that's going to determine if it's worth it for you to remain sub or change your subscription status. We don't know the difference between the daily rewards for premium versus member yet. So see my previous video for that. PvE vendor for hero. Okay, these are test vendors. These will not appear when this goes live. Moving along. Is that really it for in here? I thought there was more stuff. And why is there an encounter objective? Maybe that's Cyborg for the daily?
I've come from the end of time to send you back.
Okay, so this is weird. Rip Hunter gives you the daily free mark, but he's also a vendor.
Vanishing point is that much stronger. Thanks.
Okay, so this is the episode vendor. And this is the style. The style is the monitor. So you can see the full set if you go to the DCUO official account on Twitter or the forums or Instagram. You should be able to see the monitor character. So that's what that set is. Constantine, this is the same as the Watchtower one, where he's selling all the artifacts that are not in your inventory. Adam's got the R&D stuff. They did separate out like the elite mods, but I wonder if they kept it on the R&D guy or if they took him out. Okay, so R&D is just R&D. And then we've got the R&D amenity. Okay, so there's stuff above Changzhou. Nothing here yet, nothing here. Okay, so here is the affinity mods. This is definitely more user-friendly because this is a pretty long list. It's got like the 4 types. So this was kind of annoying to be at the bottom of the R&D list. Something that I can't test on the test server is, can we still get these from the base amenity? Because if the base amenity mirrors the R&D vendor, then maybe these mods got removed, which would be less convenient. Okay, so we looked at those. Let me just make one more round just in case. And then we'll go into, is that the last room? An exobyte vendor.
Remember, this event is a simulation, so reenact this moment as you please.
Okay, so this is the Legends vendor. Future Lex. Villainous tech vendor.
Clever inventions mean nothing without the proper presentation.
Okay, so now you can pick up some of these styles from no matter which side you were on. Oh, wow. Yeah, these previously you had to either unlock or get in the lockbox. But I think we already have access to these one way or another. But this is a bit more straightforward. Unique villainous styles.
Prot, heels, troll, this stuff, just basically whatever.
So the one from Harley is kind of categorized by the content / lore, whereas Evil Star carries the ones that were actually on the villain vendor. So these, like some of these, you could get on the hero anyway.
You know what I mean.
Like Vesture is on both. Shock Jock is also on both. Same with Riddler. So this one seems to be theme based, where they put Riddler on Harley. So Ursa's got the meta styles. So these would be the meta HoL of Doom styles. Meta tech, so where's magic? This isn't really organized that well, because like magic should be there, right? If you want to organize it, you should put the 3 villain wings in the same place. I don't see magic. Is there an upper level? Okay, so let's check out what's on this side. Appearance vendor.
Jim Craddock, at your service.
Alright, so this is hair. Is it only hair? Oh wait, there's tabs. Okay, so the hair and skins vendor. Skins appearance. Okay, so they put hair and skin together. That makes sense. And that is much more convenient. Don't have to go all the way to Star Labs to get a skin. Alright, so Nubia's got the unique hero styles. Let's see if this is the same. So again, this is one that you would normally be able to get on both sides, but it's going by the theme. So you've got the night stuff, the Amazon stuff, insects. Then we've got Hero Tech, so this is the tech wing from the Watchtower. And then there's Meta. Metamorpho's got the Meta. See, the hero side has the magic vendor.
To delight and dazzle.
Let me just see if I missed that. Oh, here it is. Okay, I just missed it. So Emerald Empress has the
tactical.
villain magic stuff. So this is sort of like mixed tiers, huh? Because this goes all the way up to Bewitching is Amazon Fury 2, which is tier 6. It's either 6, the old tier 6 or 7. See, I'm trying to figure out like which ones they put here versus here. Which ones were not in the wings? Okay, so these are basically old DLC vendors. This is like the tier 7 stuff going into tier 8. And then this is these vendors here are sort of the classic game up to tier 6. This is basically monthly mode up to... Where does this end? It does seem chronological, because you got Earth 3, Deluge, JLD, the medals. Okay, so this goes up to... This is everything except for the 3 most recent. But if any of this is confusing, you can obviously go to the old vendors. This is just buying the styles though, so you could potentially grab this stuff on a lower character now. You could grab everything up to Birds of Prey. So that's the purpose of pretty much this whole room here, which is called Archive of Victory. So there are basically 4 wings. The entry, which has nothing. The train room has all the amenities. There's the observation deck, which had like the pets and other stuff. And then the archive has all of the styles that are out of relevancy. Or I should say not the top 3, because everything is relevant now. Okay, so that's a quick tour of the vendors. Most important note is plan ahead for that pets vendor, so you can get some of those tier 3 items. Okay, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for more House of Legends in the future, and thanks for watching.